Thank you for watching DallasWeekly.com. This is Agnes Nkhata, your African Caribbean correspondent for the Dallas Weekly. And I'm so excited right now because, first of all, we're sitting in the shortest trip to Africa without getting on a plane, the Pan-African Connection of Dallas. And I'm sitting here with one of my favorite actresses, not only an actress, but also a producer, model, and a humanitarian, Miss Juliet Ibrahim. Yes. So first of all, this is Dallas Weekly, so what are you doing in Dallas?
Well, I'm here to have fun. I actually came to host the Afrimma Awards, the African Music Magazine Awards, and then I shot a music video with Juliet Ibrahim and Fanny people yesterday, so I'll be leaving very soon.
Okay, exciting. And I was at the Afrimma Awards, of course, we had to be there. So tell me, what was the experience like being a host of one of the biggest African, nights in the United States?
It felt great. When I got the first call, I was excited and I felt honored because there's so many actresses out there and there's so many people you could have chosen to host the event, but they chose me. So I was very, very honored about being a part of Afrimma, and the event turned out very well. People who didn't attend really missed out, because it was so much fun, and I think it's a good initiative, a good event they've started. So I just wish them best of luck.
Wow, we appreciate that so much. We do, because African Music Magazine is a new thing. So what they accomplished was really big. And again, Afrimma stands for African Music Magazine Awards, which she hosted along with comedian Basket Mouth. So what was it like working with him?
It's crazy. Basket Mouth is my friend. People were like, "Oh, did you guys actually rehearse everything on stage?" We didn't even have time to rehearse.
Wow.
So everything was just because we were already friends. We just knew what to say and what not to say to get the other person angry. Because he's a comedian. If he starts on me, everybody's like, you can actually just sit there and mock me the whole time. But he knew how far to go and how far not to go. So I also just played along.
Okay, well, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Yes. So can you tell us about your African roots?
Well, I always say I'm ECOWAS. ECOWAS being that I'm partly Liberian and partly Ghanaian, and I grew up in Ivory Coast, so I speak French. And my dad is Lebanese, who was born in Sierra Leone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so we have Lebanese, Sierra Leone,
Liberia,
and Ghana.
Ivory Coast, like Ivorian.
Okay, so I read that you speak 3 languages, French, Spanish, and English. Wonderful. I also read something that caught my eye. You attended a journalism institute in Ghana?
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, it was a short course I went for, and I studied, it wasn't journalism, I studied advertising and marketing.
Okay. Well, it's all related in your career. Yes. Awesome.
I use it very well. Career,
I see that. And speaking of marketing, you are the new face of Africa Go Magic, or
Africa Magic Go.
Africa Magic Go, which is compared to Hulu, as we know here in the United States. So please tell us all about Africa Magic Go.
Okay, Africa Magic Go is a new platform for Africans living in diaspora to be able to keep up to what goes on back home in Africa. You can watch your TV series, your favorite TV shows from Africa, movies from your celebrities, like so many things that go on in Africa will be found on Africa Magic Go. So it's just a way, an opportunity for people back here to be able to keep in touch with their roots back home.
Wow.
So it's not anything that is so difficult to go through. You just need to just go on the website, africamagicgo.com, register online, and then you can watch any program you want to watch.
This is major. So does this cover like all of Africa? You can find shows from everywhere?
Yes, you can find shows from everywhere in Africa.
Wow, so I can even watch a Malawian show.
Yes.
This is so exciting, guys, and definitely I'm endorsing it. Visit www.africamagicgo.com and register today, because we're all about keeping close to our roots, never forgetting home. And that's what the Dallas Weekly is trying to do now with our new African Caribbean section. So thank you for sitting with us. And I'm noticing your shirt. Like I said, she's into humanitarian work, which is very important. So tell us about your foundation.
My foundation is the Juliet Ibrahim Foundation, and it's about kidney cancer awareness in Africa. And we also help raise funds to help people living with kidney diseases and kidney failures in Ghana and Nigeria, because those are the two countries for now. So it was launched somewhere in 2010, and ever since then we've been carrying on pretty strong, but a little bit difficult because back home it's very hard to get people to support your cause because of the lack of knowledge, and then you have to like do everything on your own till they actually see you've done something worthwhile, then they come on board. So we are still hustling and trying to make sure that people see what a good cause we're trying to do, because what we do is we create awareness every now and then. We have like a walk in the street where we tell people about kidneys and what they're used for, and then what to avoid to not have kidney failures or kidney diseases like smoking, high blood pressure, diabetes. Like if you're diabetic, go to the hospital. You have to constantly check your kidneys because you're prone to getting a kidney failure or disease along the line. If you're having high blood pressure, you may have to keep checking yourself. You may have to go on certain medications so that your kidney will not be affected. If you smoke, you can have a kidney cancer. And we do all of that campaign. We have flyers out there. We also try to go on. I use my public image to go out there on TVs every now and then and talk about it on radio. Just advise people like, okay, you need to check your kidneys every now and then to just know, because most of them out there in Africa cannot afford a dialysis treatment when they have a kidney failure. They end up just like giving up, and then they'll just die because a dialysis treatment costs $100 per treatment, and they have to do 3 times a week for the rest of their lives. That's if they don't have a donor for a kidney, and it's not everybody who can get a donor who have a match of the kidney. So sometimes they have a donor, but then the kidneys don't match. So they have to go on living, paying $300 for a week for the rest of their lives. So it's like a burden I've put on myself since I launched the foundation. And everybody, I keep getting emails from Nigeria, from Togo, Liberia. People are like, oh, please help me. I need you to help me pay my bills for my dialysis treatment. But it's hard because I'm not getting like any sponsors at the moment. Like nobody's there willing to just help out these people. They see me as someone who is just having money saved somewhere, and I can just help them pay their bills off. It's a bit hard, but I'm getting there because my vision is not just to help them just pay the dialysis treatment, but to help stop it. Like maybe just have, at least if it's now 60%, just have like 10% of people having kidney failures in West Africa. Because it's becoming rampant now. People just don't know. They're just very careless with themselves out there, and hopefully get to set up my own dialysis centers in Liberia, Sierra Leone, because they don't have any there at the moment. Yeah, and then Ghana, Nigeria, and then we can go on and on from there.
Ashe. Well, I wish you the best, and let us know how we can support. And can you tell our audience how they can support the foundation? Because I think that somebody in your position, with your popularity, definitely deserves the support with the humanitarian work. So we would like to help you with that.
Thank
So
you.
shout out how they can help.
Okay, thanks. So if you want to help the NGO, all you can do is email us at info@julietibrahimfoundation.org, or you can visit the website www.julietibrahimfoundation.org, and there are a couple of phone numbers on there you can contact as well.
Great. And we'll definitely have that link on www.dallasweekly.com, so look out for that in the African Caribbean section. So a little bit more on that, because it seems like it's so important to you.
Yeah.
What are ways to prevent? Because you said you would like to see it go from 60% to 10%.
Yeah.
So let's talk about prevention.
Prevention is the lifestyle. The kidney diseases that we have in Ghana now, let's say, is mostly from lifestyle. Diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and all those things come up because people don't take care of what they eat. They don't take care of what they do. The kidney cancer, for instance, they smoke a lot. Most people be like, oh, we always when we go out, we just want to smoke. So it's like a routine, and then we have smoking in the clubs, like it's legal. So we're trying to find where the government is trying to stop smoking in public places now, so that we have a little bit of limit to what people can inhale, because it affects you, the person sitting next to the one who's smoking. And then we have the food that they eat, and even some people don't even know what kidneys are about. I remember March 4th last year, we did a kidney walk on the streets, went to the market where the market ladies are, and these people were asking what is kidneys. They had no clue.
Wow.
Yeah, they had no clue. So we had to explain, my team and I had to explain what the kidneys were. So, oh, okay, okay. And then they have to go to the hospital. And sometimes it'll be like, it costs so much to do the kidney test. So it's not like a normal test. And even the dialysis, if they have to go dialysis, the national health insurance doesn't cover that. It covers like normal malaria, normal pregnancy stuff. It doesn't cover a dialysis treatment. So they have to pay that much for dialysis. So my foundation is more of like, okay, trying to create awareness, trying to help maybe get the government to see where they can place dialysis treatment somewhere in the national health scheme. And there's so much that I have outlined that I'm working towards. So I'm just hoping that it works out.
Absolutely. Me too. Me too, I do. And actually, you taught me something, because I know that is a big issue here, especially in the Black community in the U.S. I didn't know that it was that much of an issue at home.
It's everywhere.
Yeah. So I definitely learned something new today. And viewers, I want you to definitely rewind and listen so that we can just have longer life for our people is really what it's all about. Yes. Okay, Queen. Cool. So the shirt, is that part of the fundraising?
Yeah, it's part of fundraising. We have it on sale, and the cap too is on sale. It's a Ghanaian thing. You can see Chale.
Let me see the sign here.
It's a Chale. It's a very famous Ghanaian slang. That's how we go. Like, you want to say my friend, you say Chale. So Chale caps are available online. Yeah, chalecaps.com.
Okay.
And people can buy it. The money goes to the foundation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty tight cap. I think we can sell that.
Yeah, it comes in red and black.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Okay, great. And let's go back to your acting. Because you are doing some filming here in Dallas, correct?
Yeah, no, not filming. I just finished a movie called African Time.
Yes.
Yeah, it's out now. But I'll be back in August, ending of August. So I have a movie to do. But what I did here was a music video with Two-Face, where it's called A Diaspora Woman. That's the name of the song.
Really?
Yeah. So
so it's for us.
Yes. So I played the role.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
It's a very lovely video and very nice song. Very lovely
Okay,
song.
So Two-Face, new song. You heard it right here first on Dallas Weekly. Diaspora Woman. Yeah. We'll look forward to that. Seriously. Okay, let me see. African Time is a film that was actually partially filmed right here in Dallas by our own Kelechi Eke. Agnes is in it. I'm in it. Yes. Juliet is in it. And a lot of other great African actors and actresses. So look out for African Time, always promoting that.
Yes.
So Juliet, before we leave, do you have a message that you would like to send to, say, maybe a young lady who looks up to you, just to encourage her? What would you say to a young lady who looks at Juliet Ibrahim and says, I want to be just like her?
I know, I get that a lot. But what I would like to say to every young girl out there, I know a lot of us just dream of being in the spotlight when we're young. I did the same, but it never stopped me from going to school and learning. So I always tell ladies, go to school. Education is very, very important, because if you're not educated, you can't read contracts. You're not going to be able to even stand up and grant interviews or be able to understand what your script is about. You have to be able to understand, to be educated is very, very important. You don't want people looking down on you and be like, oh, no, she's desperate for a role. She's desperate to become a star, so let me just use her. You don't want to be used. Education is very important. You can always take acting classes, music classes, or dance classes on the side and go to school. If something is yours, if it's meant to be, you'll be. So I always tell people, be determined, and then you work towards it and never give up.
Beautiful. Thank you. That is sound advice from Juliet Ibrahim. You see, it's more than just a pretty face. Education is important. Giving back is important. And I also love the fact that you still stay home. Yes. Because a lot of people think that, this is the promised land, but I'm a Pan-Africanist. We're at the Pan-African Connection. I feel like that's the promised land, and being able to go back and forth is when you've made it. Yeah. So you've made it, my sister. Thank you so much. Thanks. And thank you all for watching DallasWeekly.com, and stay tuned to the African Caribbean section. I'll be bringing you more stories from beautiful, inspiring African and Caribbean people of Dallas and visiting Dallas. Zikomo.